Matthew Stafford is the topic of QB1 with Crissy Froyd. Crissy, how surprising was it to see what Matthew Stafford did last year?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people didn't draw up Matthew Stafford going to the Rams and this quickly taking them to a Super Bowl and winning it. Because, I mean, he was stuck with the Lions for so long, a team that really never had the right pieces around him, maybe a scheme that wasn't helping him that much either. And so I think that Matthew Stafford has quietly been one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, probably for a lot longer than people think, but it's just been overshadowed by some of the pains that the Lions were going through as a team on both sides of the ball.
Was it a situation where Detroit was holding him back?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when we look at Detroit, this was a team that is obviously still really struggling, a defense that more often than not has been subpar. And the Lions had a winning record, a grand total of 4 times in his stint there. And I think that the issues there, when you look at that, are far from only his faults. And you look at how they kind of switched off quarterbacks with Jared Goff and had a lot of the same problems. So that kind of tells you that this is not really a quarterback pinpoint issue. And so I think that he was one of their bright spots. He led them to one of their only 3 postseason appearances since the turn of the millennium. So I think that this is a quarterback that was really doing everything he could in his own right. But I mean, between offensive line, supporting cast things, the defense not holding up, a quarterback cannot single-handedly fix an entire team that is a train wreck. And that's kind of what the Lions have been as they've gone through this extensive rebuild that they're still trying to get through.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens with his really good friend, Matt Ryan, because I feel like it's a similar situation where you've got a quarterback in Atlanta that's been so consistent offensively, puts up record numbers every season, but has been hamstrung one way or another, whether it's the front office or not having the pieces around him. And granted, some bad decision-making in key situations as well that ultimately held him back. Not that he's heading into a situation like the Rams had, where Stafford had the luxury of having so many pieces around him. It might be a different story in Indianapolis, but I think there are some parallels there with quarterbacks getting out of a situation that might not make sense and then ultimately flourishing. When you think about Stafford, do you think overall, and given everything you've detailed about some of the inconsistency and weakness that Detroit has shown, has he gotten the due that he deserves, the credit that he deserves for the way that he performed in Detroit and now obviously with what he's done with the Rams?
I think he's finally getting some more attention just because of the fact that they did go win a Super Bowl. I think that some people are kind of seeing that sometimes quarterbacks really just need a change of scenery. And I think that he's run this offense better than pretty much any other quarterback in this system ever has. I think that he thrives in it. I think that he does well in it. And I think that he's just been so overshadowed because I would be interested in, obviously this is a very hypothetical situation, but if we could just consistently move quarterbacks around to different teams and just see how they performed, I am really interested to see what the quarterback rankings would actually look like, because I think that Matthew Stafford was a victim of a disadvantageous situation for a long time and did his best. But as I said earlier, a quarterback can't completely overhaul a situation. And quite frankly, if the pieces around him are not ever there, then he's never going to be able to hit his ceiling or really show his full potential.
Spoken like a true QB expert and one that's passionate about quarterbacks. So you would want to cherry pick all these different guys and drop them into different schemes to see how they perform and then compare the statistical data. QB1, Crissy Froyd, always delivering. Matthew Stafford, the topic today. Crissy, thanks.